And the health and fitness of how to transform your body to meet your individual goals, break through your plateaus, and take the guesswork out. Improve your energy levels, sleep, and weight. Give us a call at 561-923-8833. We are conveniently located at 2499 Glades Road in Boca Raton. Schedule an appointment online at dexafit.com. Give us a call, 561-923-8833, and mention this ad for special pricing.
From simple sprains to highly complex surgeries, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County has been serving the South Florida community for over 65 years with the finest orthopedic and pediatric care. Our physicians are each experts in their field, providing a complete spectrum of musculoskeletal care from prevention and diagnosis to treatment and rehabilitation for every part of the body in both children and adults. Our doctors are able to perform the most advanced treatment options available, including PRP therapy, stem cell, arthroscopic surgery, and microsurgery. At the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County, we are dedicated to providing a comprehensive solution to get you back to your routine as quickly as possible, in the shortest period of time with the least amount of inconvenience. With 3 beautiful new offices located in Lake Worth, Boynton Beach, and Wellington, we are able to provide much-needed care to families in the South Florida area. Give us a call at 561-967-6500. From our experienced physicians to the most advanced treatment options to our state-of-the-art facilities and excellent support staff, the Orthopedic Center of Palm Beach County is committed to providing you with the very best care. Call us at 561-967-6500 or find us at www.ocpbc.com. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
Are you a woman in business? Are you looking to join the growing ranks of female entrepreneurs taking over the world? You've come to the right place. On Babes in Business, we'll be covering all things business from the female perspective and giving you the tools to empower you on your journey. So now, let's get ready to be empowered on Babes in Business.
My 10th year in business.
Hi, welcome to Babes in Business. No, I'm not Michelle Dempsey. I wish I was. I changed the hair color a little bit, but she will be back next week. I'm just kind of filling in for her. So I want to invite anybody who has any questions for our guest. Oh, just wait until you meet this guest. She is amazing. If you have any questions, please give us a call at 888-565-1470. This is one of the very famous photographers and has done the majority of Michelle Dempsey's photography for her websites, for her brochures, for her media. So I'd like to welcome. It's great to have you.
Thank you. It's great to be
This
here.
is our Courtney Ortiz. So it's just great. How long have you been in business?
Actually, I'm really excited because this year, September of 2017, will mark 10 years in business.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And I feel like I should already be celebrating. Like some people want to do a birthday month. Like I think I should have an anniversary year.
I love that.
And so I'm still like, I need to get on that and blow up some balloons.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, let's blow up some balloons. Yeah. That's fabulous. A anniversary year.
Yeah,
That's
10 years
beautiful.
in business, like this day and age is, and I've come a long way in 10 years. So I'm really...
Tell us how far you've come in 10 years. Yes, absolutely.
Well, I started my business in September of 2007.
Okay.
And my story, we all have a story, is I used to be a teacher. I was an elementary school teacher in my past life.
Wow.
And after I had my son, I was looking to hire a photographer to take pictures of my son. And the one that I really wanted to hire, who now happens to be a good friend of mine, was just like really expensive. And my dad had always been a bit of an amateur photographer, and he bought me my first camera. And I was so hungry. I learned everything that I could learn online, and I had no fear, and I immediately started a business. My sister was in college. She made my first website.
That is incredible.
Having a 10-month-old, you already have a pool of willing people to experiment on and potential clients. So I've really, it's just, I've been so blessed and lucky to have an amazing business with amazing word of mouth clients. Whereas I've been 2 years now in a brick and mortar studio in downtown Hollywood, and the bulk of my business and what I'm passionate about is creating art through photography for families and kids. So creating custom pieces of portrait art that hang in your home. So I work collaboratively with my clients from the beginning when we first discuss the concept of their custom portrait session to the day when I install it in the house.
And I can't tell you how important that is, because so often, those years seem like they run by. I don't know about you, but I mean, it's like just yesterday it was 2007. Just yesterday. And here we are 10 years later. Yeah. And so, those portraits are so important.
They are so important. And I feel like, especially in the digital age, we're so quick to take pictures with our phone, and we're losing the joy in like printing them and having that portrait. You know how many clients that call me and go, I've never had a family picture taken. I just take them on my phone. They stay on my phone. Then you drop your phone in the toilet or your computer crashes. And there's just something to be said about the beauty and the self-satisfaction you get from holding something tangible in your hands, and a piece that when you walk into your room makes you laugh.
I've got to tell you,
brings a smile to your face.
I totally agree with you. I completely, and one of the ways that I can really relate with you is that my oldest daughter, I think this was 6 years ago, she got married. And I have got to tell you, those pictures were just absolutely outstanding. And we ended up putting them on the canvas, I love looking. I will just stand there and I will just glare at it and just look and remember that time period. But so you're absolutely right. I mean, there's nothing like a professional portrait.
Right.
And it brings out the personality, I mean, it's just not static,
Right.
It's not like a one-dimensional. It really does bring out a three-dimensional story around the individual. So, your work is invaluable.
Thank you.
Valuable. Yeah.
I try hard.
I bet you do. Now, also going into understanding business, I mean, from what I understand, you work a lot with women. So talk to me. What is so important about having that perfect portrait, especially for women that are in business?
Well, I think that we really can't stress enough the importance of, especially now when there's so many, whether you're male or female, solopreneurs or entrepreneurs, and we really don't put the emphasis, or there needs to be more on the emphasis of having a really amazing professional headshot or professional, I like to use the word professional portrait, because I feel like headshot has a little modeling and acting, and that's not at all.
Right. You know something? We got a caller.
Oh my God, we got a call.
Come on in. Hi, this is Lorena. Who's here?
Hi, guys. It's Michelle Dempsey.
Oh,
Yay!
Michelle.
How are you feeling?
Like I never want to go to Whole Foods again, and I'm really bummed about not being there. But Lorena, thank you so much. Courtney, you look amazing.
Thank you.
I wanted to chime in on that last question. Well, first I want to say 10 years we're throwing a party. So, Lorena, you're invited. Mark the calendar. We're going to have a big Courtney Studios fiesta.
I'm down.
I love it.
I'm down.
I love it.
But I wanted to chime in on the whole headshot thing for women. I had pictures taken in the past, which I had loved, but from a professional standpoint, when I did my pictures with Courtney for the first time, I felt it like elevated my brand and my business to a whole new level. There was a sort of professionalism in the photos that I can't really you can't describe in words, but I have since sent so many of my clients to her, and everybody sort of says the same thing. It kind of gives your brand this elevated look. And for my business, what I do is all branding and marketing, and people sort of need to have something that sets them apart, and your average picture won't do that. So that's why I live and die for this woman, and I'm so sad.
Thanks, thank you. But when we talk about are you there? Did I interrupt you?
No, go ahead.
Okay, as when people are opening a business and they talk about the money that would take to invest in a business, and when you are a solopreneur, you are your brand, and I think we forget to part of that investment into starting a new business is investing in yourself,
in your image.
in your image.
Yes, absolutely. There's nothing more important. So, you're the one, as you said, you're putting yourself out there as the solopreneur, and it's absolutely essential that brand, that self-image gets portrayed in the most professional manner. So I see that as a true value and a necessity.
Definitely.
This is not, something that you put on the back burner and you just pull something off your phone. No.
Those days are over. When someone gets on your website, on a website, one of the first things they're going to do is, let's see who I am that I'm working with.
Yeah,
who is this going to be working with? Who I'm going to pay money to work with me.
Absolutely.
And so that professional portrait needs to,
Speak.
be professional. It needs to speak. It needs to elevate your brand, and it also needs to speak to your ideal client. So once have all that straightened out and on paper, then we can. So part of what I like to do when a client will come in and we'll do like a little. They'll come in, we'll do like a little brand strategy. Who's your ideal client? Really, what's your brand? What does your brand say about you? And then from there, depending on their time, their investment too, and their photography, we can go from something as simple as creating just a headshot to use on your website or for LinkedIn. Or for some small business owners, I've actually worked with them where we've created their own stock photography library. So they then have a number of high resolution edited images that they can use for any kind of promotional work, LinkedIn, maybe a newsletter, maybe this, maybe you need a picture of you looking sad, looking happy, pointing this way, pointing that way. Like it becomes like fun. But then you have this, because anybody can go to a stock website and grab and pay for a piece of stock photography.
But you don't want to be promoting somebody else. You want to be promoting yourself.
Yeah, well, there's just it just takes it to that next level when it's pictures of you and your people and your business and your brick and mortar, or you're this and you're that, and it really helps tell your story.
So, Michelle, how did you run into Courtney? How did you find her?
I met Courtney through networking, but, more specifically, Dr. Jenna. Dr. Jenna had done work with her.
Oh, yeah.
And a number of our other friends, and I kind of just knew that, like she said, she was helping to create that stockpile of photos that I needed, which, I have to also say, a lot of photographers won't give you that. They'll tell you, okay, here are the 500 pictures I took, choose two, and I couldn't work with that, because when I am marketing myself or my clients, it's important to consistently put out something new, or something that's
I totally agree with you. And you know what I'm finding as I'm talking with Courtney, because this is the first time I'm meeting her, but, I've had portraits done before, face shots. And I have got to tell you, after looking at them, I'm like, oh, are you serious? So, I'm feeling that she really has the ability of bringing out the personality of an individual. It's just not, as I said before, static, just one-dimensional. I mean, there's really a lot of movement and personality and branding that goes into that as well, because people want to be able to feel that individual. They want to feel, as you said, if they go on the website or whatever, they want to be able to see and almost touch and look into somebody's eyes.
And I know for a lot of, and anybody, women in particular, don't like to have their picture taken. They don't like it. They don't want to do it. It's not, they don't feel comfortable with the self-promotion aspect of it. And I am all about, and I'll tell my clients, it's all about creating a really positive and fun experience for yourself.
Yes.
So I always say, get your makeup done, get your hair done, go and get a new outfit. If you have the means, hire a stylist, because it's all of those positive experiences that are going to add to your confidence level, so that when you walk through the door of my studio, you're already feeling great, because you look great, you feel great, you got a new outfit, and that really, you'll love your pictures even more. I mean, I've dealt with clients both for professional portraits and for my family portrait work, which is the majority of what I do, and they come in and the mom was like, oh, I didn't find anything to wear. And, their kids are adorable.
Goodness.
The kids look great. The husband looks great. But, there's just that lack of confidence. And then they get the pictures back and, they don't love them the way I want them to love them. And that's, and I know, I think I'm a great photographer, but there's only so much I can do.
Do you think that, or do you know it?
Oh, I know that.
Yes, of course.
But,
Yes.
It just helps. You want it to be really fun. I mean, I got my makeup done to come here today because I knew it would help me.
And she looks beautiful as well. You were going to say something, Michelle?
one last point I wanted to throw in. Ladies, well, two things. You mentioned, investing in yourself and in your business. I've always dealt with, the situation with clients where, with marketing or branding, it's like what comes first, the chicken or the egg. And every single time I've told somebody they need professional headshots, they tell me, well, I have these great photos from a party I went to. And then within weeks, they'll come back and they'll say, okay, you're right, I'm ready. And my next point, and then
that cropped photo from the selfie party that you were at, like, it'll only take you so far.
Oh, exactly. Exactly. And especially, I've had a great big banner done. So you cannot use any kind of phone photos for the big banners because you're going to become distorted on that.
You'll look like a Minecraft guy.
Yeah. And your other point,
ladies,
Michelle.
Well, you guys have a great time. I'm going to jump off because I'm feeling pretty run down. But
okay.
Ladies, don't forget that Courtney will not only take a great picture, she knows what angles will make you look the best. So.
Sweet.
Ooh, I like it. She's got the
Bye,
angle.
Guys. Have a grext show.
Thanks for joining us, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle.
And feel better, my
better.
dear.
Thank you, bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, you got the angles. You got the angles going. I like that.
I try. I'm trying to think of something catchy and sarcastic to say back, but I'm not going to be that quick for that.
Yeah. Well, I also noticed that, because women, they're so busy primping everybody else,
right,
that they don't give themselves that same grace,
attention,
and attention, and and you're right. You need to build the self-confidence.
I tell the moms, because I photograph a lot of families for their portraits, and I tell the moms, I say, you are the most important person in this shoot. Your kids are going to look great because they're your kids and they're cute. Your husband's going to wear whatever you tell him to because that's just what they do. But you really need to focus on you.
Absolutely.
Need to focus on you.
Do you know something? But I think that, myself being a life and energy coach, I'm teaching that all the time. You have to give yourself that time, the energy, because you are worth it. And not only that, look at how many people are depending on you. Right. I mean, you are the foundation of everything, and you can't be constantly giving away. You really need to give to yourself first, and it's going to show up. It's going to show up in the photographs,
right?
And that's a keepsake. That'll go down for generations.
It's photography is an investment, and if you're if you're willing to take that step to call a photographer, whether it's for a professional portrait or a family custom photography portrait, you're taking that step to make that investment. So you want to go all the way with it.
Absolutely.
Like you said,
don't cut yourself short.
No.
Give it to yourself.
Yeah.
Because nobody else will. Hello. Nobody else will. Yeah. So how do they get a hold of you, Courtney?
Michelle?
How do they get a hold of you?
Oh, I thought you were.
How do they get a hold of you?
Well, you can check me out on my website, CourtneyStudios.com. My email is Courtney@CourtneyStudios.com, and then you can find me on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. And
telephone number
954-367-6821, and that's my studio, which is in downtown Hollywood.
Oh, wonderful. That's wonderful. So if you have, if you're putting together a business, or if you have a business and a website and everything, please give Courtney a call. Allow her to help build your brand, especially with women. We have the ability of really transforming ourselves and our look to enhance what we have and who we are. And she pulls out that personality. She has the ability of really allowing the expression and the emotion that is part of who you are, and she can put it into print. So, that's such a gift, and it's such a talent. I used to model many years ago, so I'm familiar with, a lot of the various photographers, how they have, make you feel comfortable. And not only that, she has a passion for what she does. And that's one of the very first things, that you can pick up from her, is that she absolutely loves doing. I hate to sound like I'm talking third party here, but audience, she loves what she does, and she is so good at it.
I've been really blessed that I used to be a teacher in my past life, that over the past 10 years, I've created this business for myself that, that I can from going to it from a teacher, and we all know what they used to make, comparing to 10 years later, that I'm able to have created a career for myself, that I'm able to give back financially to my family. I have 3 children. Like I'm super passionate about my business, and that I've created this, and I'd love to help create your brand in custom photography for a business. I can't say enough. It's so important.
It really is. I totally agree with you. I mean, and any website that you end up going on, one of the very first things that you're doing, I mean, you tell me, it's all visual. There's, they talk about content on your website.
Right.
But I have got to tell you, the very first thing that catches the eye is the photographs.
Correct.
So, and you don't want stock. I mean, you don't want to be promoting somebody else's face out there. You want to make sure that they see your face. I teach energy. So if she's got the ability of creating that personality and what you're passionate about, and it comes out in the energy. All somebody has to do is take a look at the website and be able to feel you. It's not only seeing, but it's feeling.
Yeah.
It creates an emotion.
Yes. Yeah.
That I've got to tell you.
Like I say for my portrait, my little tagline used to be, I make hearts skip a beat and take breaths away, because that's what you'll do when you walk into your family room and you see your huge canvas of your kids laughing and having a good time. Even on the days when you maybe don't like them very much, you'll still for a second look at that and you'll laugh and smile. And, and it's just... That's what it's all about.
It is. And what's really interesting is that I'm starting to get pictures now from my grandparents, which is really incredible. Like, and my father and my uncle, and they're all gone now. So I get to take a look back, and I never really, I was able to meet my grandmother.
Right.
And I'm her namesake. I was named after her.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So now I get to go back and take a look at those pictures. Let me tell you, there's so much to be said about the ability of taking a look at your generations, before you, and whether or not you've got some of the features or, the size. Like my grandmother was a big woman, she was statuesque.
Right.
And I can see where I've taken after her, because I'm 5'8" and pretty much stocky as well. And so, the photographs are so very important.
Like our kids, my children really will never know the joy of going through a photo album. Like the photo albums we have at my house are old photo albums my parents had given me when I was little, or something that I've, half tried to put together for my own kids, because the shoemaker's children have no shoes. So but they don't, like, we just don't. Everything is, digital on the phone, and let me look at the pictures on your phone. But to hold it in your hand, hold it in your
There's
hand.
There's an energy about it.
I do. I shoot film for all of our family travels. So when we come home, otherwise it feels too much like work to me. But then you come home and you have, I know I have 100 chances to take really great pictures. So my kids just
sit there I've got to tell you, that's absolutely wonderful. Well, the other thing too, I was wondering whether or not you considered is doing like a photo album with the various ages.
We do actually. At the studio, we do have a lot of different album options, whether it's from a really nice 12 by 12 coffee table book, or a nice, more of a formal, leather bound album. But that is always an option when you come in to do a family portrait session, is to create this book so that you have all of your images printed in a beautiful
and
heirloom quality keepsake. That's the thing. And God forbid your house burns on fire, you're going to run in and grab your pictures.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so much different. I mean, I ended up having my phone. I take a lot of pictures on my phone, and it decided to go swimming one night.
Yeah. And then guess what?
It fell into the water. I was in the boat. It fell right into the water, and there was no retrieving it.
No, so bowl of rice is not going to save your phone from a dip in the intracoastal.
No, it didn't. So these are priceless, and they last forever.
Yeah, get them off your phone and print them.
So how do they get a hold of you again? Please refresh.
You can reach me on my website, CourtneyStudios.com, or call me at my studio number 954-367-6821, or you can email me at Courtney at CourtneyStudios.com. But I'm located, I have a really cool natural light studio in downtown Hollywood, Florida.
Do you?
It's a really cool place.
And you know, I'm sure that you have different packages or whatever. You want to talk about those a little bit, you know?
Yes. So headshot packages, if you're looking for a professional portrait, headshot packages start at $250 for just a basic headshot, and then depending on how involved, we go on from there, and it's custom. Now, if you're looking for a family portrait session, I offer two types. You can come to the studio, and when I say come to the studio, it's more meant to be like a location. So we shoot in the studio, and then downtown Hollywood is really cute and trying to get on the bandwagon with a lot of really great mural art and mural walls. So we'll take a walk around downtown too and take advantage of all that for really non-traditional modern backdrops.
That is fabulous.
Or if you want something super custom, then I can go on location to you, and we can really plan it, whether maybe you guys like to go out on your boat, and we can do family pictures on your boat, or, you know, take me to Disney World with you and have a paparazzi there. We can do that.
Vacation.
Right?
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, totally.
Now, do you do weddings as well?
Actually, I do not do weddings any longer.
Well, that's okay.
That was my resolution for 2017, to really focus on what I love to do. And what I love to do is the family portrait work and the working with small business owners to create their really strong group of photography for them to use in their business, because I understand how important that is.
Absolutely. Now, I know that with your particular expertise and the way that you create the environment for the photos, what are some of the more intricate places that you've gone, or intricate, experiences that you've had? Because I can only imagine you've got some stories.
Well, I've in like my corporate commercial work, I've done corporate and commercial work for AvMed, which was really neat. We traveled throughout the state and did that, and photographed actual doctors who were AvMed clients. I've done work. I've traveled to Detroit and done work for a big corporation there. I actually have portrait clients in Manhattan, which is great. I actually am shooting a wedding in April in Peru, so I'm going to Peru in April to shoot a wedding there. One of my last ones. But
I was going to say, she doesn't do any more weddings.
It's just for a friend.
Okay.
But when you say like it's mostly, trying to schedule a session, that's not too close to a child's nap time, and making sure that all of those kinds of things can happen.
And they're well fed.
They're well fed. We have snacks, not a lot of distractions. So that's more of the intricacies of like having a successful family portrait shoot. And, again, with a professional or a corporate client, making sure that they have got, their hair appointment in that, and making time that for that way. But
that's that's wonderful. Well, I can't thank you enough for being here.
Well, thank you. It's such a pleasure. Thank you.
We've learned so much. And please get a hold of Courtney.
Please.
Yeah, absolutely. Give her a call. And this is Michelle Dempsey's Babes in Business. And if you happen to have a business that you're looking to promote, please give Michelle Dempsey a phone call. And you can reach her at 888-565-1470. That's here at the studio. She's here on Tuesdays between the 7 o'clock to 7:30. So give her a call anytime. She would love to hear from you. And Michelle will be back next week, ready and waiting for the Babes in Business to be promoted some more.
And I'm a babe, and I'm in business.
So thank you again. I'm Lorena Anderson, your life and energy coach. Have a great evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Like they say, all good things must come to an end. But the good news is we'll be back next week with more tips, more secrets, and more strategies to empower you on your business babe journey. Did you like something you heard today, or would you like to join us on the show? Please contact me now at 305-469-7500, or visit me on the web at www.michelledempsey.com. I look forward to connecting with you and helping you become a babe in business.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its hosts, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.